Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign shows. Like I always say, we travel around the world enjoying foreign content. We are not scared of the subtitle, right? We have conquered the subtitle. And you know what I mean, right? Once you've conquered that subtitle, you are able to enjoy so many shows out there. And today I come back again. And today, as we travel around the world, we're back in India. You know how we love India, our Bollywood, Hindi movies. And this one was a great surprise and a good find, and actually this is on Amazon. So before we get started, if foreign shows is something you're getting into, you're in the right place. Please go ahead and subscribe, turn that notification button on so that the next time I'm reviewing another excellent show, you will be notified. You never know where we're gonna stop around the world. Enjoying foreign content, enjoying language, culture, food. It's so much fun. All right, let's get started. So this show is called See You Soon, which, by the way, I so love how they wrote it. See You Soon. Get it? But what was really fascinating about this show, first of all, let's just start off with the filmography. So what really makes this interesting is that all the shots in this show are done on a cell phone shots. This, I have to say, this is one of those geniuses of a side effect of COVID, right? They didn't have to be in the same room. They just have to do shots of each other using your phone, FaceTime or Google Duo. I think I saw that. Using computers or your phones just to call each other, and that's being filmed and it becomes a movie, which that to me that was very mind-blowing. It was really interesting. Like the whole time I'm like, we're just seeing phone screens, we're just seeing computer screens, we're not seeing like live location area. And by the way, I did, when you watch it to the end, I've heard that they're actually going to turn this show into a real movie where they actually have the characters in location like a real movie. But I have to say, this was very innovative. Let me know once you watch it what you think about it. Because at first I was just like, what is going on here? Anyway, the show is actually about these two characters right here. She is Darshana, that's her real name. But in the movie, she's called Anumol. And then the guy's name is Roshan. And in the show, on the movie, he's called Jimmy. And then we also introduced the third character. His real name is Fahad Vasil. And in the movie or the show, his name is Kevin, and he is Jimmy's cousin. So really what the show is about is, you know how everybody now is in the dating world, in the app world. So Jimmy over here is scrolling through his dating app, and then he gets a match. When he gets a match, it's her. It's Anumol's characters that comes up as a match. So he's like, well, let me just say hello. So really when the show starts, all you see is the text messages back and forth, like, hi, I saw you on this dating app. My name is so and so. And then they become good friends. And then obviously he's like, I want to see you, and hence this. Now what's interesting is with Anumol's character, what we see is you start to get the feeling like she's always hiding. And then so the viewer is stuck with, why is she hiding? What is going on, right? And as the story progresses, obviously they become very close. They're falling in love. He wants to meet her. And then Jimmy's mom asks Kevin, who is his cousin, who is in IT, securities and things like that, you know, I hear that my son is in love with this girl that he met online. He's even talking about marrying her. I would like for you to just kind of look her up and see who she is, right? Like, you know, because we can. It's almost like we've not met her family yet, but can you look her up? You're in the securities world, which in a way was kind of interesting and also a little bit scary to see how easily it is to break into your security with all our technologies and stuff. Like the way he broke into her like Facebook page and is able to find passwords and can look at CCTV cameras. I was just like, wow, here we're stuck with like passwords and we're trying to make it like, you know, bulletproof. The way he broke into the accounts, I was just like, we are not really safe, are we? Are we really that safe? And then also that part of, you know, infringing or violating her privacy was kind of like, wow, dang. I mean, we all want to feel like we're safe, but are we really safe? Are we really safe, right? I guess that's why they say don't post anything if you're not, you know, if you're not really sure you want that out there in the universe, don't post it. Because once it goes out there, no matter how much protection you put it, somebody can always break into it. We all know someone's always watching, right? So as the story progresses, we as the viewers get the feeling that Anumal's character, she says her dad is very strict, doesn't let her go out, that kind of thing. And the other thing too is that they're in Dubai, so they're not in India. So she's even said that he's gotten, they've taken away her passport. So really like she doesn't have that much freedom. So Jimmy obviously has fallen in love with her and he's like, well, the right thing to do is I need to meet your dad and obviously express that I would love to marry you. So Jimmy goes and meets her dad, and there's a reason why I'm saying her dad, and he just goes along with it like, oh, okay. And then when she finds out that he met with her so-called dad, she is just freaked out. Like, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have gone. And then as the viewers, we just stuck like, if you're in love with Jimmy, why would it be a problem for him not to approach your dad, right? So that's when we start to get a feeling that there's more to this story that we're not getting what it is. And at this point, Kevin, who is busy on the computer just searching, we're getting more and more information. And as the story progresses, what's very interesting is, and obviously if you've seen the show, then you know what. If you've not seen the show, there may be a little spoiler because I'm not sure how you're able to discuss what's going on with Anumal's issue without talking about it. So if you don't want a spoiler and you want to watch it for yourself, I would say this is a point in the video where you want to stop, go watch it, then come back and finish this. But what we find out, unfortunately, with Anumal's character is that what happened was she comes from a poor village, and which, by the way, her situation is happening every day. I actually know someone from Africa, a friend from Africa, that this exact thing happened to her. Now, I know when they did the review of this show, from a lot of reviews that I've seen, there's a lot of accolades on the direction and filmography of this, you know, from the cell phone. But I felt like a lot of people are missing on the point of what is a human trafficking situation that is going on in this world. So Anumal's character is lured to go to the Middle East. What they say is, come over here, you know, you're from a poor country, especially third world countries. Come over here and you can work. And when you look at the money, you're like, wow, I can really support my family by being a maid. I think they're lured to come in. And I've heard like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, you know, they tell you you're gonna give you a job as a maid, you know, to work there for the people who live there. And then when you get to the other side, the people who recruit you use you as sex slaves, sex workers. The first thing they do is they grab your passport so you can't leave, okay? Like, how are you gonna leave? You have no money, you have nothing. So you're stuck there, and every night they're just bringing these people to just violate you, okay? And that was her situation. That's why she's always hiding, because really they don't know that she's on the phone with Jimmy. And so what happens is, one time she gets really beat up, she calls Jimmy, she's crying, and Jimmy's like, I gotta come get you. So she she comes to stay with Jimmy. And then what happens was when Jimmy wants to meet with the so-called father, obviously it blows up her cover and she's scared. So she leaves Jimmy, and in a way she kind of uses Jimmy so she's able to make it to the Indian embassy in Dubai, so she's able to be sent back home. That was her only saving grace. But at this point, Jimmy is now being questioned by the Dubai authorities. They actually arrest him. And then it's just a huge, you have to watch it, a huge big sting. And then obviously Kevin, his cousin, is so worried for him. And then Jimmy is like heartbroken, like, oh my gosh, did she actually really love me? Or was she just using me? I mean, there's so many issues going on in there. To me, if you ask me, I felt like their love was genuine. But this whole situation of sex trafficking and what was going on obviously tarnished that relationship. And I believe at the end there, we kind of left with a cliffhanger, which would be interesting to see if they do this in a movie. Like, because I believe we're given the impression that Jimmy was still gonna go all the way to India to talk to her in person to find out, like, what we had, was that real? Or was I just more of a stepping stone for you to get out of this bad situation you're in, right? But just an excellent show. At first I was like, what am I watching? And then at the end I'm like, whoa, what in the world is going on here? First of all, the filmography, like I said, we're just watching phone screens, computer screens, FaceTiming, Google Duos, back and forth. And then you're just wanting to find out what is going on with the female lead. And it was a really interesting story. And I also love that they talked about that, that sex trafficking and how that happens, which really, as a world, that is something that, that needs to change. And I hope when they do the movie, maybe they can also like put information of what can me and you do about this situation, just because, wow, sometimes poverty can get you in such, she comes from a poor neighborhood, poor family, and all she wants to do is give better to her family. And here she thinks, I'm just getting a job, in the Middle East. And before you know it, she is stuck in this sex trafficking, and these girls are being treated awful. They're being beat up. Their bodies are being used. It's just a sad situation all around. But it was really an excellent show. It's on Amazon. I say you watch it, because I feel like once we've watched this, then when Corona is all gone and they actually do a real movie, it'll be really interesting to watch. But I thought it was very innovative with the whole, well, we can't meet in person to shoot because of Corona. Well, how can we make a movie now when we're all in our different locations? Very innovative. Like, that's why I love this world, that someone will always find a solution to something. And I feel like this is what they did. I did hear the show is, I believe Fahad was one of the producers, and it is directed by Mahesh Narayanan. I'm not be saying that correctly, but I thought that's a genius. He even wrote the show, is what I heard too. So excellent. It'll be worth your watch. Give it a try. I think it was really, really good. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Never know where we're gonna stop next time, so please do join me. Once again, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you love the video. Turn that notification button, and I will see you the next time I review another excellent foreign show. Deuces.